What up, everybody? I'm your host, JP, and this is my co-host, Josh.
Hey, everybody.
And welcome back to another episode of the FilmBros podcast. All right, Josh. So a couple of filler topics, just real quick, because I wanted to talk about it just to see where we're at. We did have a little bit of a break here, but we're gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon, Josh. I hope you had a good break. I know you came off a couple of movies yesterday, so I'm pretty sure you're on a high right now. You're doing big things, flying about and whatnot. We gotta get into the nitty gritty though. There's a lot of stuff that we gotta cover in the next
Okay.
couple of days. We are gonna be covering a lot. These next couple episodes, future us and those that are listening, we're gonna be putting out a few news ones because we are a little behind, but we are gonna be getting back to the movie reviews and TV shows and whatnot as soon as we can. But for now, Josh, we obviously got to talk about what's happening around the world. First things first, AI actor Tilly Norwood being set to star in a feature film. Okay, so we talked about a little bit of AI and what's been happening. Netflix has been kind of outed, but that's going to be for a different episode. We're going to have to talk about that later on. But AI has been prominent. It's been used here. It's been used there. People have called it out, but nothing has really been said. The music industry, Timbaland is over here trying to promote a AI singer and trying to push past that. Same thing in music, I think is being prominent as well. There's a whole AI song that apparently is being put out there that is being claimed to not be AI, but that's a totally different topic. We are film bros, but AI is going to different parts of the industry, and film is no exception. AI is now getting a whole actor, Tilly Norwood, who apparently came out in a short film in the UK, basically made by Particle 6 is the production company. It was in a short film, but now they're actually making a full-blown movie called Misaligned with an AI actress who, is supposed to be just, what a regular actor would do is just, it's saving time, probably saving money. You put it in there, comes out a movie. Are we scared about the future right now? I've talked about this kind of stuff on the side, like non-film wise. Like I was like, man, one day there's gonna be a case where somebody's gonna be in trouble for robbing a bank, and it's gonna be like a whole AI video. It's gonna be fake, and it's not gonna come out. Like there's so much stuff that AI is just gonna be doing in the future. We're getting songs. Now we're getting full-length movies. A couple years ago, we talked about this. I told you this was going to happen. I told you this. You were like, no, people are going to reject it. No, AI has become what I think Nolan said this, is become the tool that everybody is using. And, or no, not Nolan. It was James Cameron. He said it's a tool. People are going to use it. Either you use it or you don't. It's going to be used. Josh, what are we thinking about an AI actress being debuted in a feature-length film? After speaking about a movie that is being made using AI as well, we talked about that. They're saving so much money with just doing backgrounds, AI. They're using the actors, though. We have a star-studded cast for that movie, but no backgrounds.
Disgusting. I find it disgusting. We ain't watching this. Particle 6, we ain't watching this. I mean, even if it were to come out in the States or whatever and be promoted, I'm not watching this. You won't have my money. It's not going to happen. That's like point blank period. I have nothing else to say outside of like, you're just not getting my money for that.
They basically announced a non-sentient being will take the lead.
Yeah, you can't take the lead if you don't exist. So I mean, sure, why not? Go to her picture. The crazy part is she looks like the actress from like Obsession and like Smile and all that stuff. Like they gave her such a generic look. If you were gonna give her a look, could you make her like make her look like a rock star or something like that? Why are you generating people off of like
this
imagery? They probably fed it.
That's one of my things too, because I'm just like, this is a glam shot. This is one of those ones that people use, actors always use to basically, when they go to an audition and they put their picture in, this is what they use. They put glam shots or, their front face photos, whatever it may be. And I'm just like, this is an AI actress. She doesn't need to audition. Why do we even have a glam photo for somebody that doesn't need to audition? Because you still need to show the face to the masses and prove that she's human.
Tilly Norwood.
It's kind of weird. Van der Velden is the creator of this. She is, I'm assuming it's Eline van der Velden. She is the founder of Particle 6. She says that they're making this movie for multiple reasons. One of them is to show AI's capabilities to the film industry and the wider public. The studio will produce the movie using traditional film professionals, including directors, writers, and editors, as well as AI specialists, according to Particle 6. The film will be absolutely funny, chaotic, and self-aware, very Tilly, she said in the statement. But underneath it, there's something deeper about identity, performance, and our very human fears around AI. And yes, art will most definitely be imitating life. Sorry. Art will be
Get the
imitating
fuck
life.
out of here, man. No. How can you direct an AI? I don't know, dude. I hope they're getting their money's worth, man.
They're doing everything with this AI. The AI is, it is being treated like a human being.
It's not though, and it's kind of disgusting.
Better. We've seen Terminator. Don't treat it like a robot. We don't want to die.
Oh no, it's a robot. It's a clanker. It's disgusting. Actually,
Somebody
man.
cover her ears. He called her clanker. Clanker.
That's so disgusting. You're gonna hire a skeleton crew of a film production to direct something that isn't even there. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm sorry though. That's so stupid. They're talking about her like she exists. Oh, it's very Tilly. What the fuck does that mean? We don't know who she is.
Very Tilly. It's very Tilly. Is her thing. Like, as we know her or something like that.
Scroll back up. I saw something that said comedy sketch. AI commissioner, AI generator, actress Tilly Norwood. Yeah, her that one, the Tilly Norwood one. AI commissioner comedy sketch.
AI commissioner. Oh, right here. Is this the short
Tilly
film?
Norwood. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no humans or bears. We're harmed in making.
We all knew TV was dead, but thought.
Let me fix that for you. I know you don't hear nothing.
Yeah, no.
We all knew TV was dead, but thought, why not squeeze in one last development meeting?
We had one rule. No missing children, no dead women, and no reboots of Heartbeat.
We'd pitched this beautiful comedy, two sisters running a funeral parlour in Margate. Warm, weird, very BBC Two.
The commissioner said no.
AI generated 100 better ideas in minutes, perfectly aligned to channel data, viewing figures, and optimized for the audience. The winning AI format?
I know what you streamed last summer.
An interactive thriller built from your streaming history and Deliveroo orders.
What? And who could forget the mental health format?
Britain's Got Breakdown. Audience votes on who gets therapy.
Ian Katz loved that one. I remember saying, you do realise this is for BBC Two? It tested ridiculously well, particularly among men who shop at Screwfix and women obsessed with gut health.
All made for less than the catering budget on The Bear.
It cast and budgeted itself. Only bit it struggled with was consent in romantic scenes. We just ignored that.
It wrote the whole script. Claude 3, Gemini, GPT. We called it a writer's room.
It even did its own Silver Mouse paperwork and immediately got Albert certified.
What's Silver Mouse?
Just an elaborate BBC hazing ritual.
Who did it cast?
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
By some company called Particle 6.
She'll do anything I say. I'm already in love.
Girl next door vibes.
Like if a Sunday roast went to drama school and got BAFTA optimised.
But can she cry on Graham Norton?
Of course she can. And it'll be clipped, subtitled, and monetized on TikTok by lunchtime.
We're all going to hell.
Got recommissioned, didn't it?
3 seasons and a podcast.
By an AI commissioner, much faster.
But hey, at least it wasn't a
Okay, so this was 11 months ago. But I'm assuming they made this a couple years ago. Oh no, they did it in 2025. AI has come a long way from what we're seeing in that video.
Are we serious?
If that was like 11 months ago, that's crazy. But like, I understand.
As soon as that chick touched the elevator button, her fingers morphed into the button. Are we serious? We would not be excusing such a thing if it was CGI or whatever. No, AI has no place anywhere
not just
near
that,
this.
I mean,
and
the
Project
teeth
6
were-
is on my shit list. So
The teeth were all white and mushed together. The mouths were barely moving. Like there is a lot of stuff that needs to happen to make this like perfect. Which, I mean, like I said, AI is coming a long way. If this was really 11 months ago, I can't believe that shit, because back in like the end of 2024 when I was seeing all these videos, like I don't know if you remember this, but like on Twitter there was like a Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it was just a bunch of mush and all that stuff like just happening on screen. And then they basically did it a year later, and it was the same thing, but it like it's still mush, but you could tell that it's getting more defined and everything like that. And then a few months down the road, they did it again, and then it actually looked like Will Smith eating spaghetti. So I'm like, AI is coming a long way. I know Grok is like, for Twitter and all that stuff is becoming better as well. So it's like AI is coming a long way. I don't know if they can make a full length film with this. If that's what it looks like, nobody's gonna watch it. It's nasty. It's ugly. It's a disgrace to art, to be honest. But if they can make it look good, and it comes out nice, then it'd be something different. But all this just seems, generic AI and just computer made, and this is everything that you don't want to like in AI. You obviously want to be able to mix AI work with what they're producing, which is directors, editors, actual people that are human who could fix the imperfections.
no, man, no. This is disgusting. And Project 6 doesn't deserve any time of day at this point. No.
Particle 6.
Particle 6 doesn't deserve shit. It doesn't deserve anything. And fake AI actor, fake AI fucking artists and music and all that stuff. Please. We've lost the plot. We gotta go back. This is disgusting. I'm not with this.
It's a sad day. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. It's interesting to see that we're actually getting like this leap forward where it's like full blown AI, and not just from, like I said, we're getting a movie where there's actual actors, but the background's going to be AI, right? And like all the sets are going to be AI. Now we're actually getting a full length movie with backgrounds being AI, actresses being AI. I'm pretty sure the actors are going to be AI as well. How can you sell Tilly Norwood? Like, it's funny too because they show her like on the red carpet and stuff, and it's like those are all human being things. Like, you'll never see a Tilly Norwood on the red carpet. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
Oh, fucking Tilly Norwood stuns with Timothy Chalamet on red carpet. Get the fuck out of here. She wasn't there.
That would never happen. You can make headlines about it, but it's not real.
Yeah, don't show me an AI generated picture of her taking pictures and doing the slow-mo cam. No one wants to see that bullshit.
Yeah,
This is
basically
disgusting.
they're basically doing spin-offs of the AI movie with like AI videos and stuff like that. It's it sounds a little ridiculous when you think about it, but everything always comes with the exception. If it is done good, if it wins, you basically move on. It is what it is, Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Gross.
Josh, really quick before we move on to the meat and potatoes of what basically we're going to be speaking about on this episode, a Free Willy reimagining is happening at Warner Brothers, and the Russo brothers are set to help make this happen. Their production company AGBO is being tapped in. Mary Margaret Coons and Jade Holly Bartlett will write a new Free Willy movie. I know in a time where how can I say it? Movies are kind of struggling at the box office right now, right? Remakes are, we went through this whole era of like remakes, but make a remake, make sure that it's good, and then we got to the point of the remakes are being just remade, right? Like they're just doing the same thing over and over again. And then we got to the point where people say it's unoriginal, and then we get certain movies like Obsession and what's the other one recently, Backrooms, that are actually making a splash, and they're like all original films, right? We're choosing to do Free Willy. Now, last episode we did talk about that Warner Brothers is trying to scoop up, some viral meme stuff that, or horror stuff just to compete with the Backrooms and everything. But we're being sold to Paramount, and we're doing a Free Willy reimagination. Make it make sense. I need you to explain something to me, John. Dude, I need it, dude, please.
I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know where the fuck. Bro, the Warner Brothers is so funny. They'll put out something crazy, and then complain that shit's not working out. Like, this is for the same studio that made Mickey 17. And I mean, Mickey 17 wasn't anything to like boast about, but at least it was original.
Yeah, it was.
At least it was an idea. At least it was something they took a chance on. Free Willy, a movie that hasn't been made since the 90s.
Yeah, 1993.
We got Warner Brothers, please stop worrying about the Batman's release and start putting out good shit, because this is embarrassing. The Matrix, we gonna act like the Matrix wasn't fucking, good shit. We gonna act like they can't pump out a better Harry Potter movie. We're gonna act like they can't do good stuff, but then they want to turn around and do shit like this. The same studio that brought you Sinners, really? Like, come on, bro.
And we got to be honest too. Like, the production companies they're kind of working on a few movies. We got the Rambo movie with Noah Centineo that they're working on. We got the Robert De Niro crime thriller, The Whisper Man. Doomsday, obviously one of the big films, and the third Extraction movie that they're also working with. So, I mean, to add Free Willy on top of that is just funny. It's cool that they're keeping busy with different studios and stuff, but like, Free Willy.
That's weird, bro. I got nothing. I got nothing for the Russo brothers, man. I'm sorry. They just do shit to do shit, and like, it's gonna bite them in the ass because they can't do anything other than Marvel stuff. So,
well, good thing they're just executive producing. It seems like the two women right here are gonna be taking the lead on this project. They're gonna be executive producing, writing, and all that stuff, and then Joe Russo and them are gonna be in the background producing. Obviously, they still got to go up to them, but they're gonna be just kind of loosely looking at it. Obviously, they got Doomsday and everything to worry about. I'm sure they're not fretting about Free Willy, unless Free Willy's gonna grow a machine gun or something and start, helping the Avengers at one point. Free Willy will return in the Avengers and Avengers Secret Wars. You think we'll get a Free Willy taking on Doom?
Hell no. That'd be fucking insane.
There's just going in for a loop there, huh? Yeah, so that's happening. But just to throw a little salt into the injury right now, let us know what you guys think about the Free Willy reimagining. Warner Brothers is doing some questionable stuff. I don't know if this is just a money grab, if they're just trying to do get some kind of buzz. I'm not sure. Because this next one is a doozy. Supergirl. Warner Brothers is pulling Supergirl from the box office, from movie theaters, about a month I would say about a month into its theatrical lifespan. The movie that had about an estimated budget of $275 million is only looking to make about $100 million by the end of its run. If it's lucky, it's looking about to make $102 million. We know how Warner Brothers overestimated it the first time. We're not doing it a second time. I think it's not even at $100 million. I think it's like at 98 and some change. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but that's what I think it is at. Obviously, it's been dropping every single week. And it's going to go straight to streaming 7/28/2026. So actually, it's going to be coming up pretty soon here. It's going to be on digital. You can watch it at home, Apple TV, and all that stuff. Josh, why do we bring this up? Because, not to just say Warner Brothers is struggling. Obviously, DC Studios is also in the middle of its own struggles. Yes, its own struggles. Yes. And one of those struggles is having to cope with another film needing to go straight to streaming a month after its release. Now, Superman came out in 2025. If you recall, it did the same thing. It made a good amount of money, the upper end of 600 million. I think it was like 668 million or something like that. Still failed to beat Man of Steel numbers, I believe. Still failed to make a good profit. If it did break even and make some kind of profit, it didn't make enough profit. Let's just be honest. If it broke even, that's about it. But it did not make a good enough profit to warrant a sequel, or to even say, you know, in my opinion, to even say, hey, let's do a Supergirl right away, right? But it did make enough money to say, hey, we have some kind of trust in this DCU. And so a lot of people brushed off that 1 month, you know, let out as, oh, James Gunn just trying to do this for, what did James Gunn say? Peacemaker, because apparently we are going to see some crazy stuff happen within Peacemaker that was going to cross over with Superman. Spoiler alert, that was just the dude with the goggles that we wound up seeing. We saw a little bit of Lex Luthor, and that was about it. That was the extent. We didn't see David Cornsweet in there, nothing like that. But that was his excuse. He said we needed to watch it before Peacemaker because some big stuff was going to happen that people needed to see. What is the excuse for Supergirl? You want to make one up for them, Josh?
They already have one. They're calling everyone who didn't like it misogynistic. They're already saying that's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, how could it? I'm gonna run scrutiny and all that stuff, and it's like, no one's saying you just made a bad movie. Like, it's not even like because of all that like stuff. I mean, even if they were the vocal minority, there's still people out there that have seen this movie and decided, hey, man, this shit fucking sucks. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what their excuse is anymore. Oh, Supergirl was the real test. Oh, no, but it's actually going to be Clayface. Oh, and then the Batman comes out in 2 years. Like, are we done moving the goalposts now? Can we fucking hold James Gunn accountable?
We're gonna have to. We have a couple other things that are gonna come down this line. We're gonna have to at one point. We're gonna have to. But yeah, this one, the movie just was okay for a lot of people. We gotta be honest. It was just okay for a lot of people. Nobody really enjoyed it, and so that's why he's gonna be moved. Hopefully, he gets some new life within digital. Right. We hope for the best. We don't pray for the worst around here. We hope for the best sometimes. We pray that it does a little bit better.
I don't know. I'm on a bit of a fence, okay? You say I have an agenda, but the way it's working and shaping out, my agenda is just aligning with what's happening.
Right.
Like, I don't want to lead the rebellion, but the fucking rebellion looks way better than the alternative, you know what I mean? So, like, that's kind of how I feel, if that makes sense.
I think a lot of people, I gotta say, there was a lot of gunners back in the day. Even them are kind of turning on this guy too. I can't even say that he has like the whole support of like even his own fan base at this point, because it does seem like a lot of people were a little let down with Supergirl. A lot of people were let down with Supergirl. They were really hoping that it was going to be this smash thing where, they could, have a basically a no way out scenario. You basically have another, you could try to finagle Superman. Right, you could try to be like, oh, well, it was colorful and it was like a comic book and we loved it. It's a breath of fresh air. Only James Gunn could have done something like that. Whoop-de-wop, whatever the hell. With Supergirl, they couldn't say anything like that. There was nothing to praise. There was nothing to defend. It was just a mid-movie. Nobody really gave a shit about it. And I feel like that's really hurting that his whole foundation at this point, because now people are like, well, damn, dude, I thought even your worst shit would have been dope shit, right? Kind of like what Zack Snyder did back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's still BVS. He put that shit out. Everybody still talk about it to this day. Even his worst shit is his best shit, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, and a lot of people will say too, well, James Gunn did not direct this film. He is in charge of the damn studio. If he didn't direct this film, even with the comments that came out behind it, how did it even get past the level to even get into the movie theater? Talk to me.
That's the problem. Like, I think when people are like, "Oh, well, what about Zack Snyder and this and that," and it's like, okay, fine, we could talk about that, but he wasn't the head. He was spearheading the ideas, but who did he have to answer to? Hamada. Everything that happened was
AT&T,
Hamada's fault.
too, all them.
Right. Everything was their fault. People above him. He wanted to create something. They didn't let him because they saw what Marvel was doing and all that stuff, and the rest is history. James Gunn actively plays a hand in all this. Peter Safran gives the money. James Gunn is the one that greenlights scripts and all that stuff. If it's a solid script, like he says, and it gets past him, who else to blame but him? What are you talking about?
Just to clarify for those that are listening, what Josh is saying is that DC Studios is DC Studios. Yes, James Gunn got to rise it up to whoever, but James Gunn is the head of DC Studios, along with Peter Safran. So all those ideas, him saying Supergirl is good enough to be at this point, that's him. Where Zack Snyder, he had a committee. He had to go to Walter Hamada. There was a bunch of executives that were around the table that basically said, hey, this is what needs to happen, blah, 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 blah. There was no DC Studios back then, right? There is now. And he did this specifically to rip off Marvel. I mean, to make his own studio and try to get his own things or whatever. You know, you can't tell me that the logos don't look similar. It's fucking weird. But yeah, so Supergirl's going to be going to digital 7/28/2026, a month after its release date. Josh, are you going to be watching it on digital?
Not again. I've seen it in theaters. One and done. One and done. That's all I need.
Okay. And if you don't think that this is what DC Studios needed, I'm pretty sure you don't believe they need this next thing either. Jimmy Olsen series is getting spearheaded to the very top. We've talked about this. A bunch of things are happening behind the scenes where things are just getting greenlit to the point where, oh my God, a second ago it was being talked about, but now it's actually getting into motion. Jimmy Olsen series is kicking it into high gear. We got an actor who's playing Gorilla Grodd, going to be Jimmy Tartro. Jimmy Tartro. Let me just show you what he looks like. Jimmy Tartro. I don't know if you've seen him before.
Is he not the dude from Scream 7 that gets fucking murdered, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was the beginning guy. I recognize his face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The dude, bro, the fucking, oh, dude, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
How can I be excited to stay in a killer's house? Like
yes.
That guy.
He's a comedian turned actor, right? He does director work too, apparently, writer. A man of few talents. I know he worked with Bert Kreischer and them. Maybe he just directed his movie. Maybe he's not a comedian or whatever. But he's been around. I seen him in, that's what I'm saying. I've seen him in a few things as being like an actor. So I'm just like, I wonder if he was a comedian. I feel like he was a comedian. Yeah, because if he directed something, it wasn't nothing major. 100%, it wasn't anything major.
You know where he's from?
Where? Talk to me.
He's from that Little Dicky song with Chris Brown. In the beginning, where he's like, oh, man, oh, he's not like a rapper. He's like a comedic rapper. He raps about how small his dick is and all that stuff. That's that guy.
Oh, look, he's in 22 Jump Street. He was the frat bro.
He's one of the frat guys. Yeah, he gets frat guy energy.
Oh, yeah, he was in here too. He's right here. He was a frat bro in Grown Ups too.
Who's he supposed to be?
He's playing Gorilla Grodd. He's voicing Gorilla Grodd in the series. He's playing Gorilla Grodd in the series.
Doing?
So
what's James Gunn doing?
What they're doing in this series, and this is according to insiders, is that they hear that the show is being a mockumentary-style investigative crime series, with James Gunn going back to the indie roots and conceiving the approach alongside the showrunners. One insider went as far as to describe the project to us as a superhero Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap is a mockumentary series or movie. It's basically, it's kind of like what's a movie that I can give you that's a mockumentary? Oh, the Pop Star with Andy Samberg. You know, like how there's the cameraman goes around with them. They have interviews. They talk about the case or whatever. That's basically what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a little comedy skits here and there, whatever, blah blah blah. But it's gonna be just a camera dude basically going around, recording Jimmy Olsen. I'm assuming cracking the case for Gorilla Grodd.
They're playing with me. They're playing with my fucking. They're playing in my face. James Gunn knows that this is insane, dude. This is fucking stupid. Like I'm running out of energy for DC, man. I'm running out. This is so. No one give a fuck about Jimmy Olsen, and oh man, they were better off popping him in the face.
I saw this on my feed yesterday. This is, and this is serious too. It said, Jimmy Tarantino is officially playing Gorilla Grodd. I see the vision. Here's what the entitled Jimmy Olsen series could look like. Let me just play this for you.
What's up, Jimmy?
Jeez. Oh my god.
That was a fan that's hoping that this is actually good made that. Just letting you know that too.
They're playing in my face. There's no way people care about Jimmy Olsen. I'm going to like. There's no way. Whether Zack Snyder intended to have him be popped in the face or like it's just CIA agent taking his band name, whatever. I don't care. That is 10 times more better, more interesting than fucking whatever the hell this is.
Yeah. They're
making fun of the characters. They're making fun of the shit. James Gunn doesn't take anything seriously. It's a wrap. I think they've done it. I don't give a fuck about what happens anymore, dude. You could tell me Batman and Wonder Woman are in his superhero movie at this point, and I wouldn't bat an eye. I'm like, oh yeah, who'd they get? Kevin Hart? Insane.
Just the actor himself voicing Gorilla Grodd is actually.
It's almost. I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you kind of plucked them out because, yeah, I remember him in Scream 7 in the beginning too, and I'm just like, yeah, no, that's the guy that they're maybe he's cheap. Maybe he's cheap.
I would too if I had a semi-decent acting career and what I'm assuming is a failed run at comedy. So, yeah, this would be right up my alley. Oh yeah, let me be Gorilla Grodd in your DC universe. That'll get me where I need to be. Get the fuck. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad. I don't think I have anything else. I just think it makes me mad.
Okay, well, mockumentary style Jimmy Olsen series in the works. It's an interesting concept. I will tell you right now, I'm not interested either. I haven't been interested. This has been after Superman. I was like, this is not going to be my DC universe. I think we both kind of agreed on that. We're gonna still watch it. We're still watching it because we're DC fans or whatever. We're gonna look at it and we're gonna mock it if we need to or whatever. This will be the great blight of the DC universe when we look back at it, right? We're gonna laugh about this era. We're gonna be like, how the fuck did he even get the keys to it? We're gonna make jokes about what James Gunn possibly had to do to Zaslav in order to get this job in the first place. Like, I don't know. There's probably going to be some things in the background that are going to pop up. I'm 100% sure. But this kind of stuff right here, the Jimmy Olsen exactly what you said. Ain't nobody give a fuck before. Nobody gives a shit now. I don't care anything about this show. The fact that we actually are getting it rolling, though, and getting an actor to play Gorilla Grodd and actually get this actor to... I mean, he's a goofy actor. I'm pretty sure he needs a role. I'm pretty sure he needs the money, so I'm pretty sure he's down for this. But he's made so many funny movies. I'm just like, dude, you could have been on your way up if you just not worked with James Gunn, I guess. I don't know. We'll move on from this one, though. Let us know what you guys think. Jimmy Olsen is getting fast-tracked, apparently. But Josh, like I said, money has to be a factor around there because James Gunn, not just James Gunn and DC Studios, but also Marvel are choosing to skip San Diego Comic-Con. But unlike Marvel, James Gunn decided to put out a post to inform everybody why they're not going to go to Comic-Con. So, we got something to talk about when it comes to DC Studios. Where Marvel, like I said, will silently say, hey, we're not going to show up because, you know what? That's all the noise they need, baby. They don't need to hoop da hop da boop da wop, all this, that, or whatever, make a spectacle. Kevin Feige ain't got to send a tweet out. Just simple, hey, we ain't going to San Diego Comic-Con. All right, bet. They got to be cooking something, right? They're not showing up because something has to be cooking.
They stopped doing Comic-Con years ago because D23 is a thing.
Yeah.
They do their own thing at D23 and like a little bit of CinemaCon. DC doesn't have that anymore. They should definitely be going to fucking Comic-Con and generate some form of hype.
Right.
But what is it? What do they say? What do they say?
James Gunn put out on Threads about why DC Studios did not go to Comic-Con, saying this. I think it's a case-by-case basis. It just depends on the situation. Sometimes you really benefit from going to Comic-Con and spending millions of dollars and selling an idea, especially when you have a great trailer. But other times I post a picture of the cover of a screenplay on Instagram for $0, and it's equally effective. It gets just as much press. So you have to kind of ask yourself, what is that worth spending money on? What is that worth spending money on?
You're so out of touch. Your reach and on social media is extensive. But Comic-Con is something that rallies, like, has to be like millions of fans.
My thing is,
You'd want that there. And you post a screenplay when people want to see a trailer or something. Oh man. I just think they're broke. They're broke. They can't set up. They don't have a banner to their fucking name. They can't get people out there. Something. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. I will say, I understand not having money. I know Warner Brothers going through the whole transition and all that stuff. I understand that stuff, whatever. But James Gunn, you got paid so much money for Superman, bro. You're telling me you can't just fucking... Didn't Henry Cavill walk around with the fucking nerds at one point? Like, didn't he wear a mask and just walk around? Didn't Ben Affleck do that? Don't people just go to Comic-Con to just show, like, hey, I love this shit. This is for the love of the game. I do this because I fucking care about these characters. I want to do these things, whatever, blah, blah. I want to talk to the fans. I want to be around them. I want to hear what's up, whatever. You can go, the list goes on and on. There's a reason why you go to these things. If they're not putting you there, you should easily just kind of maneuver your way around and kind of generate buzz on your own time. I do think this is something of a tuck tail situation here. I do believe that this is Supergirl's underperforming. Nobody gives a shit about Peacemaker. Superman is okay. If Superman underperformed, Supergirl is flopping and bombing hard as fuck. Okay, that's basically the gist of it. So Supergirl bombed hard as fuck. Peacemaker's not doing as well as season 1. Superman went down or kind of broke even, whatever. Creature Commandos, the story was solid, but for the most part, nobody watched it, right? Tell me what project is a winner here. Out of all, and Gods and Monsters has been switched up so many times. Which one is a winner here? Which project was his best project? Out of your opinion, which one was his best project that he put out from under DC Studios? Like, if you had to pick one, gun to your head, holy shit, I'm gonna blow your brains if you don't pick one right now.
You might just have a dead body in your hands. I don't know.
Okay, but assume we need to make another episode, and I need you alive. I need you to just pick one.
Suicide Squad.
Okay, no, that's not under DC Studios though. They gotta be from this universe.
He
DCU.
integrated it. That has to count. He
No, it
integrated
gotta
that.
be DC Studios. It gotta be DCU.
Blue Beetle.
He's coming back in Man of Tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that a different day, but at least the projects he's been involved with. Gun to your head, you gotta watch one again, dude. You gotta watch one of them again. It has to happen. This is gonna be the best one of this DCU era. Whatever, I don't care. As of what we have, I know Superman is for me. I gotta just say it. Superman is easy pick. I could probably put that on. I hate the crypto stuff. I hate certain things about it, but I gotta say, it's easily the most digestible for me.
I mean, shit, man. I'm very hypocritical, but gun to my head, I'd probably watch Supergirl. I think I like Millie Alcock a lot better than I like David Cord Sweat.
Okay, that's fair. Because it is a mid movie. We did kind of say it's a little bit better than what we got with Superman, but just because I would have said
hell.
I would say Supergirl, but yeah, it's just a little boring. I think at least with Superman, you get a little bit of punchy, and even though it's not the best, you still get a little bit of it, Yeah, we both said different projects, and both, like I said, one struggled.
The bar isn't high, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The bar's not high at all.
But let me bring up BVS, and we have tons to talk about. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's you compare the two movies inside of both respective universes, right? And you're just like, one had way more to speak of than what we're getting here, and we're getting nothing. So I do feel like them not going is kind of like saving face. They're just, it's L after L. What can you really go up to these people and tell them? What are you gonna give to us that is gonna make us happy? A Jimmy Olsen show? I don't know. What would be an announcement that DC Studios can make that would bring you back?
Something that isn't written by James Gunn.
Okay.
Has really good talent and stuff. I would need a Wonder Woman film or a Batman film, not touched by James Gunn, like at all.
Or Andy Muschietti.
You're right. And like that would have to be fucking this. Like they need real talent for that. Like I would need Sam Raimi or somebody like that to really go on with this movie. But they don't want to do that. They can't do that. They're so broke. They can't get anyone, and it's always butchered by something else. It's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I had to argue with Sam Raimi over a needle drop. Fuck you. Why is it there? Why is it there? Why do you need it?
Why is there a needle drop in everything that you have, right? Why is there, when you tell me in Superman you tried your hardest not to put a needle drop, you still put a needle drop in there? Like, it's just... James Gunn's a different breed, but the fact that he's not showing up to San Diego Comic-Con and chose to say something about it, a little egotistical to say, hey, I'll just put a post out and people will love it. When, I could be honest right now. I'm going to be petty. I'm being petty. I'm going to do it. James Gunn. I'm doing it. We're doing it. I'm already invested. Let's go down to one of his posts. Bro, why don't you have kids? And walked away. What? It just seems like everybody's kind of clowning him in this one, but that's just let's just do something with like Superman and stuff related. Oh, this is for Lois Lane. Okay, never mind.
Did he not post the script on here?
This right here. We have stuff like this happening. I trusted you with DC. I am Groot. Hawkgirl is more of a throwaway character in the DCU. Her real name isn't mentioned yet. Where she lives, what she's doing, her personal life, her views, whatever. Cringiest way possible on screen. Stop, James. Just stop. You've done great disservice to all the actors. I feel bad for all of them. Will we get Hawkman 2? No, that's never happening. And this is under her birthday post too. It seems a little bit more positive under the other ones and stuff like that, but that's what I mean. Under everything, there's like some kind of scrutiny, and it's not just from. I know some people are like, "Oh, it's going to be Snyder fans and everything." It's not just from Snyder fans. It seems like a bunch of random people. This shit already released and flopped, little bro. Focus on your latest failure, Supergirl. The party ended and he's still here an hour ago. Yeah, congratulations on your flops. Man of Tomorrow is the next flop. Nobody gives a fuck about your goofy ass garbage universe. With your atrocious writing. I'm saying it's very harsh in his comment section when it comes down to stuff that he posts. So I can only imagine what we get if James Gunn shows up in person and has to say, "Hey, I'm here to promote my DC."
Don't hold me accountable. Don't hold me accountable and tell me what you really want to see. That would at that point make it too real for him, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he might get beat up at one of those shows. You know how many people love characters and to like do what you're doing? I don't know. He's probably scared, bro. It is what it is, though. Let us know what you guys think, though. This is interesting. He did not need to tell us why he didn't go. He could have just walked away. But knowing the facts that he did make a lot of money on Superman, as just being a director and obviously the head of DC Studios, it's kind of like, couldn't go there for free, my man. You couldn't just be like, hey, let me do one a solid real quick. Let me just go over there for the love of the game. For the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let us know what you guys think. And what do you think about his DC universe? Or what are you guys excited about? And what is the most rewatchable project he's put out so far for you guys? Gun to your head, you gotta watch it again. What would you watch again? Moving on though, Josh, Vin Diesel is a liar. He lies to family, and I thought we were family. He lied to us. He looked at us dead in our faces on this Instagram post and said production for Fast 11 was happening. We were gonna get Fast 11 soon. You know, people were getting into it. Good things are coming. Really teased a lot of people, you know, to believe something was gonna happen. Okay, I believed it. You believed it. We all believed it. It was a lie.
It was a beer commercial.
It was a beer commercial for the Super Bowl. Or for the World Cup. I'm sorry.
The World Cup.
I have it right here. I'm going to play it for you.
I've seen it already.
You seen it? Okay. Then I don't need to play it because I've seen it as well.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Check it out. It is on Twitter. It's under the Fox Soccer Twitter page. So go ahead and check that out. But Vin Diesel had everybody duped. Made us think that we're going to watch it and, you know, we're going to get Fast X pretty soon or Fast X Part 2 or whatever the hell it's supposed to be. No, it was for a commercial. Now I can get why he did this. He probably wanted to generate hype, use it as a bargaining tool to be like, hey, Universal, people really want to see the next installment. But people brushed it off as much as, you know, anybody, you know, can cry wolf, because this man has been saying that it's been going into production for I don't know how long now. And that's all because of the fact that Fast X did not do good. It is actually, I believe it's one of the worst performing ones. And story-wise, it got stale. It is what it is. But we got duped, Josh. I had to clarify that. I let people know. We got
unfortunate.
Duped. We got duped. And then I looked on his Instagram. And and I saw this. He is really drenching his kids in Rock'em Sock'em Robots right now.
Yeah. It's like, kids, my next movie is Rock'em Sock'em. Y'all gotta be invested.
He's like, I gotta really tap in, so you guys gotta tap in. And he's like, Dad, I don't even like these toys. You're gonna be playing with it. You know what I'm saying? No PlayStation 5. You're playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Like, that's just...
Mattel said, can't wait to reboot the nostalgia.
Oh, yeah? Can't wait to reboot the nostalgia. See, a lot of people are taking this at face value, but I look at this as like... It's a little creepy, right? If this isn't Vin Diesel's room, which I'm assuming is not, and this is his kid's room, I'm assuming they weren't Rock'em Sock'em fans. I'm just gonna point that out there. I'm like, they could be. Vin Diesel's kids could have grown up on Rock'em Sock'em Robots since infants, and I would not know that. But a good hunch inside of me says Rock'em Sock'em Robots has not been popular with a lot of people, and a kid with money is not gonna go for Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Not if there's a fucking PlayStation in the room. That's crazy.
This is a little weird for me. A little weird for me when I looked at it. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was a little weird. But I understand that you gotta immerse yourself in the process. I know that he's gonna be writing for this movie. He's gonna be starring in this movie. He's doing this movie some justice. So his kid is gonna have to deal with some of this stuff I use.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This is fucking weird. He lies. He's such a liar, and then he posts shit like this. I don't know, man. Vin is turning into a real James Gunn.
Right. Maybe he's been. And, you know, I'm happy he stopped using the whole Paul Walker thing, but he was milking that for a good minute, too. I feel like that's what really, like, kind of showed it for what it was. But, hey, if we're going to be doing this to your kids, fill up the room with a bunch of Riddick stuff, and let's get cracking on that one. If there's something I'm excited for, there's that. Don't let me down and do that. That'd be great. But let us know what you guys think. Vin Diesel did not make Fast 11 yet. He's not in the process of making it yet. Universal loaned him the garage and the car to make them money, probably more money, off, you know, Fast and the Furious rewatchability of the old ones, for him just making an announcement here and helping them promote the World Cup. So it is what it is. But Josh, Vin Diesel is not the only one struggling. His old op is also struggling as well. Dwayne Johnson. He is going to be playing a motorcycle stuntman in his new movie, Free Bird, directed by Greg Weedar. Now, why I say he's struggling, Josh, you've seen Moana be released. The box office is abysmal for that movie. Nobody watched it. Even the kids that watched the original cartoon Moana said, why am I going to go watch this? It looks like shit, right? Like, I said, don't curse, kids. They said, it looks like dog shit. And I was like, they said, it's the biggest piece of dog shit is what they said, I actually. Dwayne Johnson has been struggling with his identity for a while now. We've clocked it towards the end of his DCU tenure, where he basically tried to change the hierarchy of power, and he just threw himself in the garbage disposal. It was insane. So Dwayne Johnson has been having this identity crisis for a while, okay? He went from, well, I'm just making movies that I know fans will love, to now I want to be serious, to now making movies that fans are gonna love, quote unquote. Moana, we got Jumanji 3, which, you know, reports on that one are not looking good when it comes down to the test screenings and all that stuff. So that's kind of unfortunate when it comes to that as well. Dwayne Johnson is not catching a break. He even came back to try to revitalize the Fast and Furious franchise with the post-credit scene in Fast X. So there's a lot that he's trying to do to keep himself relevant, but everything that we can only kind of remember him for is the back in the day stuff. I think you talked about it the other day. The game plan, I believe that's what it was. You can possibly say he was the revitalization that Fast and the Furious needed at one point, and that was brought to them. And that's about it. And then, he made some hits. Moana was pretty good. He was pretty beloved, and then he turned into the IP in a bottle and show up late, and I'm kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, he's not having a good run right now. He needs to go back to doing like military man stuff or something. Get back to his roots. And I think that would probably help out a lot, and not doing like a fucking
his roots is too
Moana
fair.
movie. Oh no, I mean all wrestling people start off as like military men, right? I mean he did the one with the football thing, right?
Well, he
the
did Doom.
Gridlock. The Gridlock, what's it called? Or Ironlock? I can't remember which one that was. Where he played the football coach.
Oh yeah. But that was after he did Tooth Fairy.
I don't know. Maybe I like them best in like Fast 5. Maybe he needs to do that again. Something like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's when he was like at his height, right? I believe that was his height. That's when he was doing Moana and all them stuff. And, he came back. He did breathe some fresh air into the franchise and all that stuff. Let's see. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, because 2012, he did Journey 2. I remember that when that came out. He just did Moana. We got to go a little further down to see what his roots were. Fate of the Furious. Go a little more down. He wasn't Get Smart. Gridiron Gang. That's the one you were talking about too, by the way. He was in The Rundown back in 2003. A little actiony. He was in The Mummy Returns in 2001, but he was all CGI then. Okay, so this is all wrestling. So his first debut was The Mummy Returns in 2001. So he was a CGI monster. Then he did The Scorpion King in 2002. He was not a CGI
really
monster. He was actually his own person. He was leading in that. Which what is that? Would that make him like a military person or whatever?
Well, I mean, he was a leader.
A leader.
He was a leader guy at that point, warrior type.
The Rundown in 2003.
Rundown.
He
tried
was
when he was hand at comedy.
A mercenary. Walking Tall. This was more actiony. This and The Rundown are kind of in the same vein, I would say. The TV series. He did Doom. He was Sarge in Doom. Gridiron Gang. The Game Plan. So he did the Gridiron Game around the Game Plan. Get Smart. So yeah, he was in like the serious military role, but he also did comedy at the same time.
The other guys.
Journey 2, Fast 5, Journey 2. That's when
Fast
he did
5,
that.
2011.
G.I. Joe Retaliation, Pain and Gain.
2013. Pain and Gain, 2015. No, wait, 2014?
Hercules.
2015.
2013.
Sorry. Fast 6.
Central Intelligence in 2016. He made a Moana.
He was on a run. He was on a run from Fast 5 all the way up to when he did the Moana.
So from 2011 to 2016. So like a good 5 years.
Right. And people got tired of him because he did Central Intelligence, and then he did Baywatch, and then he did the Rampage SE Skyscraper. Okay. That like right around there was when people were getting tired of seeing his face because he was like in every like blockbuster at the time.
Right. And then Hobbs and Shaw kind of helped him out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like Jason Statham and him just dropping bodies? That would have been another cool way to go.
Mm-hmm. Nobody
liked Jungle Cruise. Started leading into his no one liked Jungle Cruise. Oh, that was COVID. This is all COVID. I don't think this counts.
No, but still, I mean, if you watched it, nobody enjoyed that movie. I don't from what I heard, nobody really liked it either. Jumanji: The Next Level was kind of mid for a lot of people too, and then Black Adam happened, right? And that's when things started.
And he was already on shaky ground by Black Adam, and now he just looks crazy doing everything else that he's doing right now.
Yeah, because he's just doing little things and he's trying to take over stuff. He did Moana 2. Yeah.
Smashing Machine was supposed to be revolutionary. Didn't happen.
And now he's going to be doing Freebird. A Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Artist Equity produced movie. It's going to be an action drama. He will star as a Las Vegas motorcycle stuntman who conceals his dementia diagnosis from everyone, including his mechanic brother, as he risks everything on one last jump. The film, the official logline examines and confronts the mind's vast mysteries and the beauty and power of asking for help before it's too late. Wow.
All right, Vin. Sorry. All right, Dwayne. You got it. Vin Diesel can do Rock'em Sock'em. You can do this. But I need at some point you guys to reconvene for Fast 11.
Right. Because we're still looking forward to that.
I want to see it end. I'm not satisfied.
What if they put
I see it in.
a 5-minute clip in the theaters and it's just Vin and his kid getting washed away? They're like, actually, we forgot to show this to you in the movie. It is just them getting washed away, Letty and them blow up in the plane, actually, and Jason Momoa and the other guy actually walk away. And then it's Hobbs and Shaw 2, and it's up to them to go get him.
No.
And then that would actually make sense because they're actually, I guess, soldiers.
No, I want them to I need them to finish. Just one more, end it on a good note, and we're good.
Yeah, end it at the dinner table one more time with them all sipping cervezas one more time, please. With Paul Walker hopefully sitting there,
Paul Walker's brother, all CGI'd.
Yeah. They fuck around and do the wing meme where they just put like wings behind them or something.
That's crazy.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it seems like the once inseparable co-stars family, right, are now completely on the other sides of the spectrum and struggling with their careers. They headbutted so hard that they basically put themselves in a daze. Look at that.
Right. So, I mean, good luck, Dwayne. You got it, bro.
Let us know what you guys think. Moving on. Josh, Marvel, X-Men, things might be ramping up for us as we speak because Marvel is going to be speaking a lot more. X-Men things have been kind of circulating. Adam Driver has been kind of thrown in the mix. We talked about Patrick Wilson also being thrown in the mix for possibly Professor X. Apparently, those rumors are not completely true. So like we said before, these are casting rumors. Take them with a grain of salt. They might happen. They may not happen. Things could always be switched up. Adam Driver is now being looked at to either A, play Magneto, or B, play villain Mr. Sinister.
Both of those sound pretty good. I think I also read somewhere that they really can't nail this fucking rumor because I think I also said somewhere that he'll be Weapon X director.
I think I heard that one at first, and then they started narrowing it down. So that could also be, take it with a grain of salt. That I'm pretty sure Marvel's kind of mucking up the works right now. They probably have their names on the list to see who they could play, but I'm pretty sure they haven't landed on it. So I guess the good question is, if Adam Driver is to play one of those characters, who would you prefer?
Okay. Knowing what I know about Adam Driver and knowing what I know about Magneto, I think he could play. I think he could do that. If we're getting menacing Magneto, and also I'm only menacing because the humans made me this way, kind of Magneto, to where we're actually getting down to the comics where they're like, oh, I have respect for Charles and stuff, but because he's in my way of my dream and freeing the mutants, I'm evil.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him doing something like that, where he can bring the rage and he can also bring like the calmness needed for it and all that stuff. So I could get down for that. But if we're going full tilt, like Kylo Ren angry and all that stuff, could see him being Mr. Sinister. So that's why I like both. I don't mind both.
Yeah. Yeah, and only that last part where you said that Kylo Ren energy is where like I would be like that'd be perfect for like Magneto too, because when he does lose control, it'd be nice to see Adam Driver lose control in that way. So I would even say I would put him under the bracket as Magneto. Maybe I haven't seen Mr. Sinister enough, but I will say that I do think that's somebody that you could get somebody who's not so well known to play Mr. Sinister. I think Magneto needs a well-known actor, especially if you're coming off of like Fassbender and McAvoy, which I still believe they have a place in this. I think they could come back if they really wanted them to. Like, yeah, play out the other two, Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. It is Patrick Wilson and Patrick Stewart. So Patrick Stewart, you give them their last hurrah for the upting time, and then we just get Michael Fassbender and McAvoy. But I mean, if we are gonna go for different castings because Marvel wants their own and not to be associated with Fox anymore, I understand why they would throw them away. But it still is like, that it's so much that we could have gotten out of them, right? But I will say Adam Driver could be playing like a good Magneto for sure.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't have a problem with this. I think that could be really good.
Okay, and we do have some more rumors that are apparently coming out as well as we speak, so maybe that's going to have to stay for another episode, but at least Adam Driver being kind of thrown in there tells me that they're not just looking at like random actors, you know what I mean? They're going to be looking for people who can bring the performance that is necessary when it comes down to this, because if they really are going to be putting big money on like the X-Men, now that the Avengers are basically going to be kind of put to the wayside, like they'll still be around, I'm pretty sure, but I think they figured out like we need to change it up. Like a lot of people were expecting X-Men after the whole Infinity War Endgame stuff, and the fact that we didn't get that and we had to wait this long and they saw X-Men 97 doing so well, I think they really want to do like an X-Men focused saga.
Right. And like I think that's what they were saying. I think right after the Avengers and all that stuff, they basically want to spearhead them, and that's great. I think it's time. I think X-Men 97 is exactly their way in, and like with that show doing really well, there's no excuse for them not to deliver.
Yeah. Hopefully that happens, and hopefully we get some really good actors. I don't know about Patrick Wilson as Charles Xavier, but there is rumors
that one's so questionable.
There is rumors that he might be playing somebody else as well. So we'll probably have to bring that up for the next episode. But moving on, Josh, an Avengers Judgment Day possibly in the works as well. We are getting Doomsday. We're getting Secret Wars. Now possibly a 7th Avengers title called Judgment Day. What can we make of this?
The fuck does that? Oh yeah, Doomsday, Secret Wars, Judgment Day. What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
I think this is going to be the next lead up to what we get when it comes down to an Avengers title. And I think that this is what I meant, where like Avengers are going to be put to the side, but they're not going to be put completely away. We're going to obviously have an X-Men centered saga where a lot of it's going to be under the X-Men and all that stuff. But we are still going to get those Avengers mid things. I think that's what something that a lot of people were complaining about with Phase 4, Phase 5, that there was no Avengers movie in the horizon. You know what I mean? Where like Phase 1, 2, 3 basically had an Avengers. There was Age of Ultron to cap off Phase 2. And by the end of it, Phase 3 basically got Infinity War and Endgame. They got 2 Avengers movies at the end of that one. Now we basically been Avenger movie-less, right? We haven't had one of those in a couple of phases. Now we're finally going to get 2 of them, Doomsday and Secret Wars. So after we get like this X-Men saga and a little bit of Avengers stuff being sprinkled throughout there, I'm assuming we're gonna get Avengers Judgment Day, and that's gonna basically look like that whole X-Men versus Avengers thing.
That'd be cool. I would like to see that one day. Because the Avengers are always meddling in X-Men affairs. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Because they're a bunch of freaks.
Right. So Judgment Day, I really hope before this one they have a foundation and they have it right. And I hope the Russo brothers are mapping that because, like, we can't have another thing in shambles. We can't afford it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I know what you're thinking, like, oh, you know, this is kind of early and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, this is still like a really good thing, right? Especially with Doomsday coming out. I mean, if we're actually looking to the future and actually planning this out this time, because, you know, everybody thought at the end of Endgame, even myself included, like, what was the plan after that, right? And I do think that Marvel kind of looked at Endgame was like, yeah, that's it. And now we can go ahead and, you know, sip Mai Tais for a little bit and blah, 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 blah. But then they forgot, hey, people are still going to wonder, where's this universe going, right? Where is everything going to go? Where's this going to be? Where are we going to see these characters next and blah, 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 blah. And we just basically got what we got. It was a bunch of stitched together, you know, Fahi had to be in this room, that room, a bunch of different rooms to basically do spin-offs and do this, that, and the third. COVID hit, streaming was a thing as well. So it's like, now we're actually getting back to the meat of everything, which is nice, and we're going to actually start planning for the future and get those Avengers films at the end of it, right?
Right. So that's cool. I mean, if the X-Men and the Avengers can coexist and we finally have a foundation where things can finally be like a very interconnected phase 1 and 2 with obviously more movies and stuff, like then we can get back to it, you know. I don't think we need shows anymore. Like, I think we're past that. I hope they learn that in the next phase they learn to cut that shit out because that's really fucking them up too.
Yeah, because I mean, as much as you could say, like, you could like Daredevil too, but it's like, is it really connecting to the larger MCU?
Yeah. I mean, we're not seeing him. I mean, unfortunately, we're not seeing him in like Spider-Man or anything like that. He didn't get affected by Thunderbolts like Void or anything like that. Like, why are we connected? You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. You're right, but like, he's not being affected. It's kind of like the Netflix stuff all over again.
Yeah. You just see him in the middle of like episode 3. He just like goes into the void for like the whole episode, and then episode 4 is like, what the fuck was that about? And then they're like, holy shit! It's because the Avengers or the new Avengers are out there doing their own thing, and Daredevil just has to deal with that. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Like they just totally ignore everything that's happening. It's insane. But yeah, well, they'll probably figure that out as in the bugs and all that later on down the road. But it's good to know that we're actually getting a roadmap now, and Judgment Day sounds like it might be actually pretty cool. I know that down here they got like Scarlett Johansson's name and all that stuff. I don't think they're coming back. But it's good to know. And Judgment Day does sound like an X-Men versus Avengers type deal. So hopefully we do get one of those. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point, right? Like, isn't that something that we would look forward to? Unless you're looking to like the Avengers fight somebody else. I don't know. We're getting Doom now. Is there any like bucket list Avengers villains that you want to see, like big bad threats that you want to see them take on?
I would have liked to have seen Kang.
Okay, well, we could probably do that again with like Michael B. Jordan later on or something. The least problematic one.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of X-Men threats out there that could be a problem for them too. I mean, think like that's the thing. Like, who's to say Apocalypse doesn't show back up and you know that the Avengers and them got to run it together? You know what I mean?
Oh, true. But wouldn't it be
I
kind
know
of
people
weird
still want to
if
see
it's
like
like
Galactus and all that, but like we kind of showed that he could be swayed very easily.
Oh, Galactus, yeah. I was gonna say, wouldn't it be kind of weird though, like to get? Would we get kind of like that thing with like Ant-Man, where it's like if the X-Men are able to take him down, why do they need the Avengers to help them? You know, like how is Kang this big bad if you know Ant-Man's able to do it, right?
Right. And I'm sure that would have been like, oh, you know, fucking. It was just one variant or whatever, and like, I don't know. I would have preferred something different, obviously, but can't think about that because then it gives me a headache. But yeah, no, I would say yeah. There's people like that. I know like Annihilus, and I know Apocalypse, and I know people like that could be big enough threats. But who's to say that like now that we're getting back to it, we can't run back into like Ultron and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. And we can get like an Ultron where it's like he gets the Infinity Stones. It becomes that big threat where everybody needs to come through and help out and stuff like that. We already got a taste of it. If you've seen it in like What If, it'd probably be like something to bring up too. That would be too. They would have to run out through all the ideas before they rerun through something else, because then I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna be like, well, what the hell? Why are we retreading stuff that we already treaded just because things are like lesser known or something? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We're just
But
gonna have to wait and see.
That's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Let us know what you guys think and your guys' theories of what like an Avengers Judgment Day might be. Is there a comic book based on something like this? I'm not sure. Maybe Josh doesn't know, but let us know so we can find out. Moving on though, Michael Waldron is developing a Nova movie. Nova movie for Marvel Studios. Now, Michael Waldron is one of those guys that I'm like, why the fuck are we still talking to this man? He made what is it called? Oh, he made Chad Powers. That's the one with Glenn Powell. Apparently that's really good. But at least for Marvel Studios, it wasn't really that well, because obviously Michael Waldron went through a bunch of different streaming series and movies when it came down to Marvel, and did not really hit a lot of the marks. He worked on Multiverse of Madness. He did work on Loki, so you might be excited. Might be a little excited for something like that. But yeah, Michael Waldron's coming back to make a Nova movie.
mean, that sounds cool. I think there would have been a time where I cared about that kind of thing, but I just don't. Like the Nova Corps unfortunately was annihilated during Infinity War, so I kind of don't care. I don't care about this. Not like I'm supposed to, I guess.
Oh, you think we're not getting a Nova, or like a proper Nova regardless?
Yeah. I mean, what are they gonna do? This guy Alex was, or is it Richard Rider? He's the first one. Alex is the second one. So what are they gonna be like? Richard is he was the one that they chose. He was the one they had doing like being a space cop. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what the Nova Corps is. But then what? Because he wasn't there for the desolation of like Xander and all that stuff, he was off world doing whatever the fuck else. Nah, I don't care. I don't care for all that exposition.
Yeah. You know who you could thank for that whole Nova Corps stuff though?
James Gunn.
Oh yeah, it's insane. But yeah, the most, like, if you want to really think about it, the Nova Corps in the comics, I've seen them in the comic books. They look really cool, and they just look like generic, like, uniformed people in the movie.
They're like Marvel's answer to Green Lanterns and stuff. They're supposed to be like police of the galaxy.
Yeah, and they basically just kind of like reduce them.
They fly and they have cosmic powers and all that stuff, but like James Gunn turned them into regular ass people.
Yeah.
In ships and shit. So what? Richard Rider was the only exception. He got fucking powers, and we've never heard of him, and he didn't bother to stop Thanos or nothing like that. I'm good. I think I'm okay. We don't need that stuff.
So maybe Michael Waldron should just go back to Rick and Morty.
He should do something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I gotta agree with you, because I don't feel I know Nova too much, but I do know of Michael Waldron, and I'm not a fan of him 100%. So if this is gonna be like a serious movie, I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board with this. I have to hear a little bit more details about this, because let's see. Stress the project is still in early development, but Waldron is on board to pen the script, with eyeing it and directing the project if it moves forward. So he'll write it and direct the project if it moves forward.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. This is the thing. Marvel is pulling a lot of threads right now to try and like tie in a nice bow for Doomsday and Secret Wars. I know we probably won't see this movie until like way after all that, and at which point I don't think it's gonna get any better for like the space side of Marvel. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't care. I don't think I care.
Okay, so the basically Marvel dumbed down a few things from the comics, basically took some things away, and now that they want to kind of bring them back in, they're gonna have to explain why they dumbed them down but gave this person the ability or whatever, and then explain where they've been all this time. And it's just it's like for a comic book reader, that whole fun has been sucked out since the very beginning.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And it just sounds like a lot of exposition. Like it's gonna be like, oh, why didn't the Eternals interfere or whatever, and then they're gonna have to find a way in movie to be like, oh, it's because it's common law or some shit like that. I don't care for that. I don't care for that.
Okay.
If their answer to everything was Captain Marvel was there, Captain Marvel still wasn't there to stop Xander or nothing like that. So what the fuck?
Makes sense. Makes sense. But let us know what you guys think. Yeah, because that's about it I have when it comes to Nova. But I thought it would be interesting to bring up that Michael Waldron is coming back. Now, I do know that some people are really excited for him and they do like him. But for me, he did not do the best work for, I guess, the Marvel stuff that he did do. So I'm not as excited. I know he did Loki, so you might be excited. But other than that, writing side, I guess for Josh, he's not. It's not really jiving with him, all this extra exposition that's gonna have to go down with this Nova stuff. So we'll have to wait and see when it comes out. But moving on, Josh, we're down to our trailers. Did we do Avatar last time?
Oh, we talked about how it leaked and stuff. Do we really want to watch a trailer for something that leaked online already?
Yes, because it'll be funny. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, Josh. So we have the official trailer for Avatar: Aang, The Last Airbender. Now, we are still going to report on this. We're still going to talk about this because we want to promote this movie to the masses to make sure that we get Avatar: Aang and the gang back for more iterations of whatever we might get. Josh, it did come out. It did leak. We are going to be getting this movie early, but just on streaming. What was supposed to be on the box office is no longer in the box office anymore. But we are going to get it. Josh, I know you probably watched this. I don't know if you did watch it. But if you didn't, this trailer is going to be new to you.
No, I did not watch it. I don't condone pirating.
Me neither.
Places like PlayStation and all that stuff could take it away from us. But anyway.
Yeah. Dave Bautista's in this movie, I believe. We got a few actors.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I believe he plays the ancient one. Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's jump into this trailer.
I'm the last airbender.
You may be the last airbender, but you're not alone.
I'm the Avatar. I found allies from every nation, and together we ended the 100-Year War.
Aang, because of you, all of the nations live together in peace and harmony.
All except mine. An airbender.
My senses tell me this guy is pretty attractive.
What does attractive even mean?
Just give me a straight confirmation. Is he attractive?
He's very attractive. Huh? What? He is. It's all in the bone structure.
Aang, you and I can heal the past. And together, we can build a new world.
Welcome to Team Avatar.
How many countless were killed in the 100 years waiting for his return?
If we want anything to change, we need what the Benders have. Power.
This isn't the way! We can bring back balance! Peace! I promise you I'll fix it.
We'll fix it. Together.
July 25th. We excited?
Hey, that looked pretty good, man.
It
I've
looks good,
never
right?
seen that. I've never seen it, so it looks pretty good. I have no idea what this movie entails. Thank you, Paramount, for what do I have written down right here? Thank you, Paramount, for releasing the trailer to the movie that you didn't leak. Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah. The surprise and the twists and turns are going to be amazing in this movie. I wonder if those red-eyed people are like what is it? Like the Tung Leers or whatever the hell they called.
I hope that the guy that they find isn't a bad guy.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen or anything like that. But
I hope he
Josh,
doesn't. I hope
the
he's
animation
really
looks
cool.
good though. I'm down for it. It looks good. The animation, the story looks great. It looks like this is kind of like the beginning of like that path where Aang wants to repopulate his airbending nation, right? Basically get a bunch more airbenders. He sees all the nations flourishing, and then eventually that kind of leads onto the train where the Legend of Korra is, where they start getting more airbenders, and then Korra actually gets airbenders and whatnot. So I mean, this seems pretty good. Like this is kind of like the kickstart to get him to like want more.
Oh, that still doesn't add anything. This movie technically doesn't really add much because we know the only ones to start airbending was Tenzin, his kid, and then his kids, he had to basically jumpstart the next generation of Avatar or airbenders. Sorry.
Well, yeah, because he had to start with just his kids. What do you expect when there are no airbenders in the earth?
Yeah, so then this guy clearly doesn't stick around. So,
well, that's if you've already seen Korra and stuff like that. Thanks for spoiling it for some people, Johnny.
Korra has been out for like 10 years now. There's no such thing as spoilers.
Korra has been out for 10 years, so if you haven't watched Korra, go watch it. If you're a fan of Avatar Aang and The Last Airbender, then you should go watch Korra. And yeah, I totally don't see you walking out thinking that there's going to be some kind of culture war between the two at all whatsoever. I don't see that happening. I don't think. Yeah. Let us know what you guys think, though. Check out the trailer. It's out right now. Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. It's going to be out on Paramount Plus July 25th. Still trending number 6 on movies right now, on like trailers. So, I mean, a lot of people are kind of rewatching this. Maybe they just want to verify the leak. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let us know what you guys think, though. Check out the trailer. Moving on, Josh, we have Soulmate. This movie was dropped by Jason Blum, picked up, dropped again, and now picked up. Soulmate is a movie that is seemingly a mix-up between that AI movie with Megan Fox and Obsession and maybe Megan, right? Like I feel like it's all three of those. When we kind of heard about this, that's basically what it was basically giving. So we got Soulmate from Jason Blum. This one is gonna go straight to streaming. It's not going into movie theaters. They pulled it from the box office and said, "Hey, I thought they were gonna shelf it. I thought it was tax write-off. I thought they were gonna just put it away." But Universal said, "No, we'll just send it on Peacock, and this is what we're getting." So the long lost trailer that I thought was gonna be lost forever is actually here. Josh, are we excited for what could potentially be a mashup of Obsession, Megan, and whatever that one movie was with Megan Fox and that AI? I forgot what it was. I don't know if you remember that one.
I guess we're looking forward to the hybrid because this could be interesting.
Okay, all right. I'm down if you're down. Let's get into it.
Will nothing ever make you happy?
In the box, you got 3 outfits: sundress with an apron, nightclub, and schoolgirl.
Schoolgirl? I found the android to be limited in its expressions.
I'm sorry, David. I cannot perform that action for you.
I want a genuine human experience.
Hello, David. Hello, David. I love you. Tell me you love me. People are gonna try to get in the way because they don't understand what we have. Nobody will ever know you like I do.
Power save mode now.
Aubrey. She knows my name. Her legs aren't even shaved. Her hair's greasy and her skin is dry, David. Excuse me? Have I been a bad girl? Will nothing ever make you happy?
This is all your fault.
I'm not your enemy. We don't need to be pitted against each other. Don't try that girl power shit.
It said, don't try that girl power shit.
That. This is Obsession, Megan, and Companion.
I was about to say, I was thinking about what that movie was called. The one in the woods, right? With, what's her name? Companion.
Yeah. That's funny. Companion had Jack Quaid, and this one has his wife.
Funny how that works.
Claudia, that's the chick that is kind of falling for the guy too.
Yeah, she was in The Boys too.
Yeah,
she was also
married.
in the Call of
They got
Duty
married.
game.
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. He played someone dating a robot, and now she has to compete with a robot. That's kind of funny. Interesting. I mean, it's not. I guess when you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with this. It doesn't look very doesn't look like it'll be scary or anything too special. I guess I'll just have to wait.
Straight to streaming, so.
Right. So like free watch at that point, right?
Yeah. Better than I guess them doing it for a tax write-off. They're like, we'll get some kind of streaming numbers out of this one. Somebody will want to watch it at one point. I wonder if at one point this was supposed to be like a spin-off to Megan, where like, you know, this was probably just another version of like the Megan models that are for adult versions or something, and then they just either it's still in there, we don't see it in the trailer, or they just completely scrap it and make it its own film.
I probably could have seen that. They probably like, oh, Megan 2.0 kind of flopped, so we should just
put it
something
on its
else.
own. I could see that happening too, but that's kind of like a
worst case scenario.
That's like a worst case. That's kind of unless they did see the similarities too, like Companion and stuff. Did they put out Companion? I think they did, right?
Was that not Paramount?
I'll Google it real quick. Let me see.
That was New Line Cinema.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So no, they probably saw. They were like, "Oh, we're copying the homework. We can't copy it too aggressively. can't put it out like that. We'll have to wait and see
Yeah.
though. Soulmate with the number 8 instead of an A. Soulmate. It's gonna be coming out August 1st, so check it out on streaming, probably on Peacock. Let us know what you guys think. Moving on though, Josh. Last but not least, our final trailer for this episode, we have Dune Part 3. Dennis Villeneuve's Dune Part 3. Now, are you excited for this one?
Yeah.
You're a fan of the first Dunes? The first one, second one?
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Chalamet's kind of been on one, though, for me. So I don't know. Like, I've been trying to separate the art from the artist, but he's kind of been on one with this whole, like, being ungrateful for not getting his awards and, you know, thinking like he's better than some people and all that stuff. I'm really hoping this is good. I mean, he probably will make this really good and kind of be like, look, see what I mean? But like, I don't know. He kind of been rubbing me the wrong way. Maybe not completely, because I'm still willing to check this movie out.
Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of don't mind him. I mean, I know that's just like, oh, I want to be the best type of thing. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with that kind of mentality if it means we're getting like good shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But if this one is bad, it would be kind of humbling, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think Doom Part 3 is going to be bad.
We just got to hope that Dennis Villeneuve can do 3 for 3.
Let's check out the trailer and let's see if he could do it.
I trusted you! You promised me that you would never take power in your name. You convinced me that this was your home. That I was your home.
What do you know about me?
You have conquered the galaxy. You've destroyed thousands of worlds.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think you're way beyond redemption.
Why are you here?
To deliver a peace proposal.
Peace is a good thing. Why should I refuse?
Because it's meant to destroy you.
We plan to strike at the core of Imperial power.
You intend to kill Paul?
Regime change.
Idiot. You've just signed our death warrants.
I found someone. The future has a way of talking to me. But I can't see what's ahead.
How does it feel to be human like everyone else, Paul Atreides?
You have no fear, do you?
I fear dishonor.
You sound like an Atreides.
I've been told I was one.
Forgive me for all I've done.
December 18, 26. So yeah, this is the one that we even talked about in our mid-year review, that this one might be one of those contenders at the end of the year that is going to be, if not top 5, top 3, if not top 3, number 1. Okay, this movie looks great as it is. The performances, I'm assuming, they're going to be amazing. Tom Holland, Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet, they're just winning. I feel like when we're asking who are going to be like the next players coming up as like the years come up, I think we're finding some of them.
It's Zendaya. It's fucking Chalamet. It's fucking Holland. If he can like continue down this like path, because I think he does a great performance in fucking Odyssey. Like it could be like Austin Butler if they really wanted to. Fucking what's the other dude's name from John Wick? The bad guy in the fourth one. The Skarsgård. Like he could be one of them. Like we're mapping it out, and it's really taking like the directors to bring it out. And I was just thinking about it, dude, because I fucking like. You get 3 movies this year. No, wait, is it 3? Is it 2 or 3 movie? No, wait, yeah, 3 movies, right? Because Zendaya and Pattinson were in the was it the wedding one or whatever. If you
Oh,
remember
that's right. Yeah.
what it's called?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, the one where they're together. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And then they were in the Odyssey together. And then now they're in Dune. And then Tom Holland and her shared
Spider-Man.
The Odyssey and Spider-Man. And Chalamet hasn't had any big releases this year. His biggest one was not Mickey 17. Fuck.
Marty Supreme.
The Marty Supreme last year, and that was like at the end of the year. That was like December time.
Yeah, well, because he was putting out like movies crazy. Now he's kind of chilling now, but
being an actor is crazy because you can see yourself in 3 different movies all in the same like year.
Yeah, but you probably filmed she probably filmed all those in different years too. So it's kind of crazy. All of them. It's insane. Doom Part 3 though, the trailer looks amazing. I'm down for it.
Looks really good.
I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be down for this one too. The fact that it is close to Christmas, yeah, they don't give a fuck. They're like, hey, people are gonna come watch this shit, like 100%. So, I'm down for it. Josh is down for it. We're gonna be watching this when it releases as well. With that being said, though, that's gonna be our last topic. Make sure you guys check out the trailer on YouTube. Let us know what you guys think. Any topics that we should be talking about. Any movies that we should be reviewing. TV shows. You want to hear your voice on one of these episodes, Josh? Let me know where they can do all that.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at FilmBros Podcast. Post episodes are up. You can hit us there for our news and movies. Wants to cover Buzzsprout link. This also I just gave you. It's like a Patreon. You subscribe. You have to show grow. We really appreciate it. Listen to us anywhere it's podcast at FilmBros Podcast, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts. Again, wherever you get your podcast. Be part of the conversation. Twitch at FilmBros Podcast, and it's also done. Subscribe to YouTube at FilmBros Podcast.
And with that being said, we'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.